Many may be going through labors right now. It is not our place to tell you you won't go through labor, because it would be like telling you can't create. Both of them come together. We're here to be there for you. We're here to not tell you it doesn't hurt. Like it's like telling a woman labor, it doesn't hurt. We're here to bring you comfort, because when you have someone there that's comforting you, even when you're going through the pain, you survive. So that is our roles here. The shaman is not going to stop you from throwing up. He's going to be there holding the space, letting you go through your process. So many are detoxing from the illusion, right? So just remember this, because you are the stability in many beings' life right now. You were the one that woke up early, right? So you see him go into all these things and your heart goes out to him, literally. And as all of that's happening, you feel like that you want to get them out of the pain. It's a natural instinct. Natural instinct for one who's tied in and tapped into their heart. Nothing's wrong here. However, grandma has to come in and explain sometimes that, baby, let them go through their own pain. Let them go through that process, because that's how they learn. And also, it's a different kind of learning. And this is it right here. It's a different kind of learning, because once you learn something, you start seeing how you don't need to go through lessons. Listen what I'm saying. Once you learn something, right, the hard way, you start thinking about the wisdom that was already given, and how if you had to follow that wisdom, you wouldn't even have to go through the hard way. So you start thinking, well, why don't I start doing that right now? That's what maturity is. Being rebellious just means that you keep hitting the wall. Boom. Like, I don't care. This is how I want it to be. And then the wisdom is, my child, this is how you make it what you want it to be. Because that's the next thing that has to happen. If you're railing against a certain system and you're telling them this is how you want it to be, and that's their system, that's an error. That's where the co-creation went. If the mass majority and the conscious and the co-creation wants to take things in a certain direction, it's like that's them. There are other co-creations. There's other boats sailing off here. This one illusion that is going into a certain direction, that's not the only boat leaving. There's others. And so this is where we can come into a great level of awareness within ourselves through all of this, because all this knowledge, it points back to that the true being that's in control of things is you, and that you actually have some stuff. Like we just talked about the protector today, and that's not the only thing that you have. We just went through every single day of the week of how all of these beings are actually in allegiance with you, and they just need to be told what to do. And if you're giving them commands, be afraid. That's all that they can do. They're just taking commands. So there it is. Let's bring ourselves into the center of ourselves. Lords of ourselves, masters of our own life. Coming up the coccyx of our spine. Out of the coccyx, through the spine. Sitting now into the seat of the center of the heart. We're not even going to go to the head today. Headquarters. We're going to sit in the center of the heart, and we're going to line the heart to the center. We're going to bring the heart into its, what is it? That's the chestahedron. We're going to bring the heart into its perfect alignment. So that way you can have that central core. And then also you're going to personally work on, your bowels, your heater. Just make sure that, things are cleaned out as possible. That's one of the biggest ways to boost your immunity. And you're now seeing how all this stuff is tied in and connected. So we got this other protector out here that's just waiting. It's just waiting to get a little bit more charged up. Because this thing is not even just designed to just heal you from cuts and to keep you protected from viruses. That's not its only service. That's like the yang to its yin. It's really a projector. It's responsible for giving you the reality that you want. That's why there's all that symbolism around it. There's tons of symbolism about this stuff. But now you see it in the true light. You can use it as a protector or you can use it as a projector. So here's that meditation. We have 15 minutes of golden intonation. Looks like that we were able to actually accomplish having a clear broadcast today. There's about 275 of us here inside the Zoom chat. That's amazing. Just wanted to say wholeness also to everyone that is in there. I can't even say out there anymore. Everyone that is in there, you know, going through this process with self, loving self, dissolving the forms of division and the misconceptions, which is just ignorance, being wise now at a great time. Look at you. I couldn't pick a better time. You know how like some of y'all just like to party until it's just like you just barely make it in. I know if that's some of y'all, that's what you did. You got it right at that right point. But you do have to climb though. None of us can climb for you. These are proficient maps laid out. We go up and down the mountain all the time. Behold, we saw the ladder going up and down. So we go up and down this mountain all the time. And this is what the terrain looks like. We even try to clear off the path at times, but you're going to have to walk it. Walking right into the center of yourself. Loading up your projector and protector. Merging these forces and getting rid of the duality. If you're still like in a racial bind, you're looking at another rainbow, but the program's got you. The matrix has you. The false matrix has you. If you can't connect to them, you can't connect with all of the other things. Are you going to let one misconception, one program disconnect you from everything? Because if you have one break, this is so simple to understand, but common sense, any of these complicated, you could take the cell phone, anything that has wiring in it, which is a symbolic to the stars. If you pull one wire, the whole damn thing don't work. I could take one fuse out of your car and your car will not kick off until you put that fuse back. It's one break that powers down the entire thing. That's why you have to be such a master at eliminating those kind of misconceptions that every time you see, so I don't care how big, how bad, how ugly, I'm just going to tell you where to go. What are we saying today? Fix your teeth. Whatever you got to do to actually transmute the energy into what it is that you need to transmute it. But if you are trying to get rid of it as the all, this is going to be difficult, as we said before. Then you cannot accept the title truly. You may say to everyone, yeah, I believe we're all connected, but you will not be connected. You have to see the power in the connection to be able to connect. So that's the thing here. Now we're seeing the power of the connection internally with ourselves and how that turns us on to everything. And it's interesting once again, because it's an action that we're doing, but it's already done. And that's how paradoxical the reality is.